My hands still feel the grit of sanded wood, the sting of varnish that never washes off. 6 years ago, I poured my life into a place I thought was my sanctuary. But last month, my family tore it from me, handed it to someone else like I was a ghost in my own story. Like I didn't exist. I'm Lucas, and this is how I lost the home I built and clawed it back. 6 years ago, I was 28, scraping by as a freelance graphic designer in a small coastal town. My life was late nights, instant noodles, and a fire in my gut to prove I was more than my parents' afterthought. They, Maureen and Harold, owned a rundown cottage on the edge of town, inherited from my great-aunt. It was a mess, rotting deck, cracked windows, a roof that leaked like it was crying. They didn't gift it to me. No, they offered a deal, rent it for half the going rate. It's practically yours, Lucas, my mom said, her voice sharp, like she was bartering at a flea market. I took it. The cottage was a 5-minute walk from the ocean, where the salt air burned your lungs and the waves drowned out the world. It wasn't just a place, it was a promise. So, I got to work. I ripped out the warped floorboards, my knuckles bloody from splintered wood. I painted the walls a soft driftwood gray, then a warm cedar when the gray felt too bleak. I replaced the rusted sink, the creaky porch railing, the ancient heater that groaned like a dying beast. Every gig, every late invoice, every spare cent went into that cottage. It was mine, not in title, but in every nail I hammered. Every night I spent scrubbing salt stains off the windows. My parents would visit, pacing the creaky porch like landlords. "You're turning this place around, Lucas," my dad would say, his tone heavy with something I mistook for approval. My mom would nod, eyeing the new ceiling fan, the custom bookshelves I'd built by hand. "This'll be worth a fortune someday," she'd say. I thought they meant for me. I have an older sister, Nora, 32, their pride and joy. Growing up, Nora got the violin lessons. I got her old sketch pads. She got a car for graduation. I got a handshake. When she wanted grad school, they paid. When I needed a computer for work, they suggested a payment plan. I didn't hate Nora. She was just living her life. But my parents? They carved a chasm between us, favoring her at every turn. 2 years ago, they came to me with a crisis. "Lucas, we're in deep," my dad said, his eyes avoiding mine. "We took a $40,000 loan against the cottage. The bank's closing in. We'll lose it if we don't pay." My mom leaned in, her voice syrupy but sharp. "You've made this place your own. Save it, and it's yours someday. We swear." $40,000. It was everything I'd saved, every late-night project, every skipped meal. But I believed them. They were my family. I sent the money, kept paying rent, kept sanding and painting like the cottage was my future. I thought I was anchoring myself to something real. Last month, Nora texted me, her words bursting with excitement. "Lucas, I'm engaged. To Owen. We're throwing a barbecue at his parents' place. You have to come." I was happy for her. Owen was solid, a carpenter with a quiet laugh who made Nora shine. I bought a new shirt, navy, nothing flashy, and drove to the cliffs, ready to toast my sister. The barbecue was alive with music, smoke curling from the grill, waves crashing below. I hugged Owen, joked with old friends, even danced with Nora under the string lights. Then my dad stood on a picnic table, his voice booming over the crowd. "Quiet down, everyone," he shouted, my mom glowing beside him. "We're so proud of Nora, our girl, building a life with Owen." He pulled an envelope from his jacket and handed it to Nora. She opened it, her eyes wide, and she laughed, almost crying. "Mom, Dad, this is incredible," she said. My mom stepped forward, triumphant. "It's the deed to the beach cottage," she said, "for Nora and Owen to start their future." The crowd cheered. I couldn't move. My cottage, the one I'd rebuilt, board by board, the one I'd paid $40,000 to save. They were giving it to Nora. My hand shook, gripping a plastic cup until it cracked. My Uncle Ray's voice broke through the noise. "Wait a second," he said, loud. "What about Lucas? He's been living there for years." My dad waved him off, like swatting a fly. "Lucas will move out. He's had his time." My mom added, "He's young. He'll figure it out." I wanted to shout, to tell everyone I'd paid for the floors, the heater, the $40,000 they'd sworn would make it mine. But I stood there, silent, the party blurring around me. Then my phone vibrated. A text from Nora, "Vacate in 72 hours. 72 hours. Not a call, not a word, just a text to erase 6 years of my life. Fury roared through me, molten and unstoppable. I called my friend Sam, voice breaking. Can I stay with you? I'm homeless. Sam didn't pause. My cousin's house is empty. He's in Asia. Stay as long as you need. No rent. But I wasn't leaving empty-handed. I called a crew the next morning. Strip it, I said. The heater, the sink, the railings, the shelves, everything I paid for. They gutted the place in a day. Every piece I'd bought hauled onto a truck. I watched them pry up the cedar floorboards I'd laid, splinter by splinter, and felt something ignite inside me. Not peace, but defiance. I moved it all to Sam's cousin's house, mailed the cottage keys to my parents with a note. It's yours, as requested. By dawn, my phone was a war zone: calls, texts, accusations. You vandalized our property. My mom screamed when I picked up. I took what's mine, I said, voice like stone. I've got receipts. Call the cops. They'll love the story of the $40,000 you conned me out of. Silence. Then she tried to twist it. Maybe that money was a wedding gift for Nora. I laughed, cold and jagged. You lied. You used me. You threw me out. I'm done with you. But I wasn't finished. For years ago, I'd lent them my truck, a beat-up Ford, the first still owned, still insured. They've been driving it ever since, another piece of me they assumed was theirs. I called a tow company. Pick it up, I said, giving their address. I'm the owner. An hour later, the driver called. Got it. Your parents yelled, but the title shut them up. I don't savor the rage that fueled me, but I don't regret it either. They stole my home, my trust, my roots. So, I took back what was mine. Now, I'm rebuilding in a new place with a new question. What do you become when the people who should protect you break you? I'm finding out. And I'm not turning back. Screen fades to black. Text appears. Have you ever had to fight for what's yours? Tell me in the comments.
Thanks for watching by Betrayed Blood.